Sebastian Fundora has had some great wins in the last 2 years. He's been evolving to become a greater champion than he was before. And that's what it's all about, man. Boxing, smart, learning from your mistakes, and just being better. But there's always somebody out there who's got your number, man. Always somebody, and I believe I got it. Plus, your man Mendoza here, we were just chatting. He gave me the cheat code. He said, it's up, left, down, move to the left, move to the right, check hook, then give him the right, night.
He talks. He likes to talk. Thurman's a good talker. We've been building this fight up for that. Actually, I feel like he's been building up mostly, but it just that's how he is. Great champion. But Saturday night, I plan to crash the party.
What's up? It's Danny Garcia. My official prediction for Thurman versus Fundora. I'm gonna go with Thurman on the upset by knockout.
Whoever first. Keith Thurman didn't want to ride. Old man is a horse. Might be Thurman. Fundora's been doing a good job with every jab and keep the distance. So he jab, keep the distance, and pick some parts. I feel like Fundora throw a lot of punches. He'll break Keith Thurman down.
Announcement. I will be hosting the ppv.com live interactive chat for Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman this Saturday night, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Starting to think that Keith Thurman has a shot in this fight. Could be a big upset. So join me in the live interactive chat. Let's have a grand old time. All 4 fights, I will be in there answering your questions, talking, having a great time. Go right to the link below and join us. Let's go.
Imagine stepping into the ring against a towering giant who never stops throwing punches, while your own body has barely seen real action in the last 7 years. That's the terrifying reality behind one of boxing's most baffling and highly anticipated matchups. On paper, it almost makes no sense. There's a brutal 9-year age gap, paired with an absurd 11-inch reach disadvantage. One fighter is chasing the glory of his past, while the other is a physical anomaly built to drag opponents into deep water and break them with pressure.
Life is experiential, and I hear his lingo. I hear all his dismissive, his comments, I don't see them as dismissive as you do. I see them more as basic psychology. This is what he needs to tell himself to sign the contract. This is what he needs to tell himself to get in the ring and just have it be another day. For him, it's going to be another day. I take it a little bit more serious than that. And he's going to find out when we step in the ring that March 28th is not another day. It's Thurman's day.
Sebastian, as we get closer to fight night in a couple of weeks, the magnitude of this against Keith Thurman, what he has accomplished in his career. You've obviously fought some high-level world-class contenders and world champions, but would you say on paper that Keith Thurman is probably the number one guy? If you defeat him, that'll be on your resume?
I just see it as another fight. We fought a former champion already. We fought a champion while he was a champion as well. So, this is just has to be seen as another fight for me.
When it comes to, you don't have to necessarily divulge your game plan, but you have been involved in a variety of different fighters with different styles. Keith is very cerebral, can mix it up at times, but, how do you prepare for someone that has the ring IQ like a Keith Thurman?
I just have to go in there and do what I'm best at, have to make the ring mine.
But the biggest shadow hanging over this fight is the brutal truth of ring rust. Social media hasn't been kind, with critics relentlessly mocking the former unified champion for his endless inactivity. The numbers are staggering. He has fought only 15 total rounds in the last 7 years. That reality has sparked serious concern among insiders, with voices like Marcos Villegas openly questioning whether his 37-year-old body can even survive a full training camp. The fear isn't just about losing, it's whether he can make it to fight night without suffering a major injury before the opening bell.
Well, Keith for me has been too inactive as of late. He's had several years off, a couple times, 3 times, I think. And I think that's gonna That's going to hold him back in this fight. He's getting a little older. He's 35, 36, somewhere in there. And Fundora seems to be getting better, not much better, but getting better as a champion. So I see a tough fight for Fundora, but I see Fundora winning it.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me as well, is looking at it is like, one, I'm just crossing my fingers that Thurman doesn't get hurt. Like, it's happened before where like he's done a full prep just about for fight, and then an injury happens with him, So I know there's still some time left before now in the fight. So like, that's kind of like running in my head is like, oh man, I hope he just even makes it to the fight. The other thing is yeah, you mentioned it, the activity of a Keith Thurman versus someone who's young in Sebastian Fundora, who's been more active, even though it's been a while since the last fight that he had against Tim Tszyu, I want to say almost a year ago. But also too, like, I feel at this point, Fundora is just like on another gear, like in terms of like confidence and momentum and mentality. And I think that plays even a bigger part to me in the fight.
Well, most definitely. Once you become champion, there's, people have said that once you become champion, you become 30% better than you were before you were champion, just because you got something to lose now, something to fight for. Fundora and his sister, she looked fantastic the other night, by the way, have been steadily improving. Unfortunately for him, I think he was the one that got hurt in this last cancellation, right?
Yeah. I think it was a fist though. Prior, like Thurman had I believe like a bicep injury for that Tszyu. No.
Oh, right.
I don't want to misspeak, but he did have an injury. I'm not sure if it was Tszyu or if it was.
And if simply reaching the ring is one obstacle, surviving what's waiting inside it may be even worse. Across from him stands a 6'5" super welterweight pressure machine. A fighter who attacks like a relentless swarm, throwing volume from impossible angles. Few men truly understand what it feels like to stand in front of that kind of chaos.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an age thing too, but it's an age thing, and like he said, it's age, it's family, you know what I'm saying? It's knowledge.
Life is different, yeah.
Yeah, we know where to go. We know what we need to do. We know how we feel because we've been through this several times. With a young kid, he don't know. He's just learning. So for him, he got to stay at it or his confidence will drop. You understand where I'm coming from? So to me, I think Keith is fine. I'm just saying that those are the little things we have to try to look for in a fight. But I think Keith is fine because Keith knows where he needs to be. Keith knows what it takes. Keith knows how his body needs to feel. Keith knows everything necessary to get out there and do what he got to do. Now, the bad side is that, like I said, people don't understand that Fundora, to me, is a better fighter inside than he is outside. So the height don't mean nothing. Because when you think about his boxing range,
using it, yeah.
you feel me? That's the problem. He's better inside than he is outside. And that's always been the problem to me for most people that fight it. They find that out too late.
Former opponent Jermaine Clark described it as an exhausting, unsolvable puzzle, like being suffocated under endless punches from a towering inferno. No rhythm, no comfort, no escape. Just
you know what's coming. That's what it is. Oh, you gonna try your hat. Oh, you gonna try hard, Keith. Oh, yeah, you got a little heart. You got a little heart, bro. Yeah, you gonna try. You gonna try. Oh, yeah. You gonna have a little success, too. Because, early on, you gonna have some quick feet. And you gonna be trying to slide in the range. Explode in with combinations. Try to bag this man out. Knock this dude off his block. Right? Make him pick up his feet a little bit. You might have some success with that. You might let him come to you and, you a good thinker, Keith. I ain't gonna lie. You got a high boxing IQ, bro. Oh, you got a high boxing IQ. So you gonna definitely make it real interesting. Oh, yeah, early on, ooh, you gonna make it interesting. Yeah, it might be even some scares. Ooh, Keith caught him with a nasty ass right hand. Damn. Sebastian Fundora ate that shit like Gumby. Oh, he back. Kung Fu Panda style. Boom. Right back. Like nut. Yeah, Sebastian Fundora, man. Oh, he got a beard on him. God damn, he got a beard on him. Yeah, I find this shit gonna be hard, man. This shit gonna be real tough. Not gonna lie. For Keith Thurman. But my prediction, I think he gonna get his ass chopped up. Second half of the fight, Shit, he gonna have to move them legs. Boy, them old ass legs gonna have to move, Keith. You gonna have to move, bruh. You gonna have to move a whole hell of a lot. Shit, you gonna have to move a lot. Anyways, I got Fundora, man. I think Fundora. I'm praying for you, Keith. I'm praying for you, big dog, for real. But Gumby coming to whoop your ass. Anyway.